Phil Jackson just broke his silence, and LeBron's legacy debate just got a brutal reality check.
That's a topic I'm not going to discuss because, one, we're not supposed to discuss other teams' players in this position that I have here.
Okay.
And so I violated one of the tenets of our thing. And the obvious thing is the word itself carries connotation, and I just don't understand that part of it, the word. So, I guess word choice could be something I could regret, but yeah, talking about other teams' players that's out of the box.
Well, LeBron did say today that if he...
Phil Jackson just spoke up, and his words about LeBron James have shocked the basketball world. After staying quiet for years, the legendary coach made a statement that's now sparking huge debate about LeBron's legacy. One of the greatest coaches ever is openly questioning where LeBron truly ranks in NBA history. What makes it even crazier is that it all came from a private conversation that leaked online. Now fans are divided. LeBron supporters are angry, critics are celebrating, and Phil Jackson isn't backing down from anything he said.
I think it's incredible. He can play without fouling a lot of times. He can play defense on almost everybody that's on the floor. He's an unselfish ball player. He doesn't lust to score like Michael or Kobe did, or does. He doesn't have that same. But when need is there, he definitely finds a way to score. So his game has continued to improve over the last 4 or 5 years, and we don't see what the limitation.
Phil Jackson isn't just another basketball voice. When he speaks, the whole sport listens. He won 11 championships as a head coach, 6 with Michael Jordan and 5 with Kobe Bryant. He coached 2 of the greatest players ever and knows what real championship greatness looks like up close. For years, Phil stayed away from the modern NBA spotlight. While everyone else debated the GOAT on TV and podcasts, he stayed silent. He watched as LeBron James built an incredible career, 4 championships for Finals MVPs and the all-time scoring record. On paper, LeBron's resume speaks for itself, but Phil Jackson doesn't chase attention. He doesn't talk just to make noise. When he speaks, it's on purpose. So when he finally broke his silence in late January 2025 and shared his thoughts on LeBron's legacy, it caught everyone off guard like a T this stage. The debate isn't about whether LeBron is great. It's about where he ranks all time. Is he better than Jordan? Is he the greatest ever? LeBron's fans point to the stats, the longevity, and his impact on the game. But Phil sees it differently, and now he's willing to say it out loud. Because of the respect Phil Jackson commands, people listened. And when word spread that he had something to say about LeBron, the basketball world wasn't ready for what came next.
Special. You said I'm special. I am not like anybody else.
That's true.
And I'm not talking about the public.
Yeah.
I'm talking about amongst the NBA ilk. I'm talking about cats that are a part of the fraternity of 450 plus players. That's it in the world. You still went to the negotiating table and said, I'm one of the best. We expect to see that shit. And if you don't show it to us, we gonna point out that ain't
It all started at a private dinner in Los Angeles in late January 2025. It was a small group, basketball legends, executives, and media people. Phil Jackson was there, relaxed and just talking hoops. The conversation turned to legacy and greatness. And someone asked him straight up, "Where does LeBron rank all time to you?" Phil didn't hesitate. According to people in the room, what he said stopped everyone cold. He talked about how the league has changed, how modern greatness isn't judged the same way, and how stories and narratives are shaped today in ways they never were before. Then he dropped the line that changed everything. LeBron's legacy is impressive, but it's manufactured. That one word hit hard. Phil went on to explain what he meant. He talked about team hopping, about controlling the narrative through media connections and social platforms, things players in past eras didn't have. He said LeBron's moves often seem planned around legacy, not just winning. And he questioned whether that kind of built, carefully managed greatness can really compare to the raw, unquestioned dominance of someone like Michael Jordan or even Kobe Bryant. That's in a room realized this wasn't just casual talk anymore. The room was shocked, but the conversation stayed private, at least at first. Then, within 48 hours, it leaked. Not the full discussion, just the most explosive part. Phil Jackson saying LeBron's legacy is manufactured. That was all it took. Social media went crazy. Twitter blew up. Instagram was flooded. Sports shows rushed to cover the story. Just like that, the biggest basketball controversy of 2025 was born that LeBron's fans went straight to war. Phil's bitter. He's stuck in the past. This is disrespectful. Thousands of comments poured in. But on the other side, LeBron's critics felt proven right. Finally, someone with real credibility is saying what we've been saying for years. The lines were drawn instantly. There was no middle ground anymore.
It just sucks that, now at this point, having one of the, biggest businesses that you can have both on and off the floor, having a certified agent in Rich Paul, having a certified business partner in Maverick Carter, that's done so many great business, that the title for young African Americans is the word posse. So it's,
So let's break down what Phil actually meant, because this wasn't just an old legend complaining about the modern game. Phil Jackson coached for decades. He's seen true greatness up close. When he talks about a manufactured legacy, he's pointing at specific things. First, the team hopping. Phil's stars stayed put. Michael Jordan was a Bull for life, aside from that short Wizards run. Kobe Bryant was a Laker from start to finish. They built dynasties in one place. LeBron, on the other hand, has played for multiple franchises, Miami, Cleveland twice, and now his current team. Every move was strategic, designed to put him in the best position to win. Phil's argument is simple. Legends don't chase greatness. They build it where they are. Then there's the super team era. LeBron didn't invent it, but he mastered it. The decision, joining Wade and Bosh in Miami. Returning to Cleveland and pushing for the Kevin Love trade. Each move stacked the deck. Phil coached against super teams too, but his championship teams were built differently. Homegrown cores, players who grew together, not rosters put together overnight. Phil also touched on leadership. Michael and Kobe led through pressure, challenge, and demanding excellence. They pushed teammates to uncomfortable levels. LeBron leads in a different way. More collaborative, more player-friendly, more aware of media and image. And Phil's question wasn't an insult, but a challenge. Does that style create the same championship DNA, or is it a different, softer form of greatness? That's the heart of what Phil was really saying. The quote that really set everyone off was this. According to the leak, Phil said, "When you control the narrative, when you decide how your story is told, you're not letting the game speak for itself." Michael never had to tell people he was the greatest. Everyone just knew. That hit hard because there's truth to it. LeBron has been more involved in shaping his own story than almost any athlete ever. The social media presence, the documentaries, the production company, the media partnerships. He's built a massive empire around his image. And Phil's question was simple but uncomfortable. Is that greatness or is that branding? The internet doesn't do nuance. Within hours, the leaked comments were everywhere. ESPN ran full segments on it. FS1 brought in panels of former players. Social media turned into an all-out war zone that LeBron's former teammates rushed to defend him. One anonymous source close to the team said, "This is ridiculous. LeBron has done more for basketball than anyone in this generation. Phil is just protecting Jordan's legacy because he knows LeBron's accomplishments threaten it." Other players were even more direct, posting cryptic messages online, clearly backing LeBron without naming Phil. The message was loud and clear. This was disrespectful, and they weren't letting it slide. But Phil had plenty of support too. Older fans, especially those who watched Jordan dominate, felt like Phil was finally saying what needed to be said. LeBron is great, no question, but in their eyes, he's still not that great. Phil coached the real GOAT. In his mind, he knows exactly what he's talking about. And that's when the generational divide in basketball became impossible to ignore. Analysts were split right down the middle. Some said Phil's comments were outdated, that he didn't understand the modern game or today's players. Others praised him for telling the truth and not backing down just because the crowd didn't like it. There was no agreement, only noise, and through all of it, LeBron stayed silent. Drop your thoughts below, and let's see where you stand in this debate. And if you want more breakdowns of the biggest controversies in basketball, hit that subscribe button because this story is just getting started.